The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end.
Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. It's Cooks. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss it to Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Black 20.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
44. Hey, box truck.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw over the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's have. So right. Four down. Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
53, Mike. It's going to be a long...
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. A first down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
7-7. Hey, team six.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his target, Fuller. 21 yards there on third down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Alert. Jim.
Wilson going to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Come on, let's go! At their own 27-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Well. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Slow down. Be alert. Mike 54.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury.
Black 20. Check 53.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll walk him back half the distance. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got Fuller. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Mike, 53. Jack 16.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jared Davis, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 32 that time. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Watch the run. Hey. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Pick it up. Alert.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Go. SOS.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
Here we go.
Their own 26-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
All day defense. World.
From the 22, Roethlisberger. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
And let's pin them in. Go through a street. Shift.
Go. Wide motion. Go. 40. And 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Go. Big series right here. We got to play.
On first down, Wilson. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Check. 19.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
12.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's second down.
Right there. 54 Mike. I got one.
Wilson now to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jarrell Casey picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Wilson.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level you hit.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's caught inside the 20. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Henry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Roethlisberger will throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
At 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic, man.
4 down. 58.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson stepping up. He'll try and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. 14 yards. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. On second down, Bernard. And some space here. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, 58, right there. Quick, good job right there. Good job right there. Switch. Alert. One left. Ball trot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out right at the 25. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
14. One left. Banjo. Got it. 28. Look, smoke. Exit.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
230. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't like it.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike, what's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Watch the out.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The Texans on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9.
This is 3rd and 9. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Green 80! Slam! Good guys, 4 down. Hey, 0. Good job right there. 28, Mike, he's coming. Good touch.
On 1st and 10, Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Black 20. 53 is the mic. And watch the 8. 53. Mike.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Get ready. At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go. 54. Hey, Lobo. 54, Mike. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
14.
Check 15. Check 15.
Run left. And let's go double count right here. Double count.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing on first down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw once more on second and 10. Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. First and 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. Here we go. Like 5. Check 53.
Watch the sled. Watch the sled.
Block it, sir.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make the decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Green 80. Gun. Check. Hayward.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Being chased out left. His throw caught at about the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Wilson steps away to his left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score.